Hey, Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to Humankind in the Ecumenopolis Challenge, the Coruscant Challenge, where we're trying to coat an entire world in districts. And we've actually made some pretty good progress. We have entire chunks of some of my territories just covered in a little carpet of districts. But I think really the only way we're going to completely cover the entire world in districts is if we manage to conquer. And that means this next era is going to be all about fighting Spiff and Lewis and seeing if I can take some of their lands. Now, it may not work perfectly because Spiff right now is the pole, so he's already in the early modern era, but I think technologically he's actually not that far advanced because all he has running around are Hunnic hordes, so I don't think he's that scientifically far ahead. Now, I could be way off base, but that's how I feel. I actually really like it when you go through this transition thing into the next era and your like empire updates. It doesn't like drastically or like horrendously change, but it like is just enough change to be interesting in my opinion. And I like that every culture has its own unique little kind of building style. I'm a big fan of that. So the most important thing here at this era is basically rushing to the Danvi Gaja, getting iron and copper up, and just spamming out those elephants as much as we possibly can. Now, we also have access to the Barre. So Barres, we want those in every single territory that we can get them because they're just so ridiculously powerful, like 68 production here and 30 food. It's insane. In fact, I may actually place them like adjacent to each other like this. And then I may do the exact same thing over here. Build them like, because the Barre counts as both a maker's quarter and a farmer's quarter. If you build them adjacent to each other, they get the adjacency bonus of a maker's quarter and a farmer's quarter. So that's like insane. I'm even going to buy that one to pay it to make it go faster. So these are going to give us huge benefits to actually spamming out elephants and taking on Spiff. I know the Khmer are like the obvious, like, oh, they're like the obviously really good faction. But hey, you know what? It's my right. It's my right to play an overpowered faction if I want to. Okay, you can't stop me. Let's add another territory to this city, and then I'll probably do the same in Hagmatana. Do I want to move this? No, I think I'm happy with where it is, so we'll just attach. So there's the expansionist star for this era. We need to now we need to militarily expand if we want to hit these stars. District-wise, we should be able to have no problem hitting that. All right, we'll pop down a barre over here. Want to put them on rivers if at all possible. There's a good spot for a barre. Another barre over here. Amazing. Kind of tempted to replace this, but I'll pop it in over here instead. So now we've got barres for days, which is fantastic because I believe, do they actually give you jobs? I don't think they do, but they give you tons of production. And we'll do the same thing over here in this city. But we could actually do something really interesting. We could go barre, 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 and now they're all like 3 of them clustered together. And then I can replace this farmer's quarter with a barre as well. So now this is a very, very rare configuration where you have 4 emblematic quarters all touching each other, which means each single one of these barres is going to benefit from the farmer adjacency and the industrial zone adjacency, like the maker's quarter. This is like the 4 times double adjacency. All right, it's time for land rights. I don't think I need money to attach and merge cities. I'm going to take communal land here for the extra food though, because that's like 40 food in every single one of my cities, which is pretty good. I'm going to take signs from researchers as well. Time to spend my influence a little bit. Just take that right at the start of a new era. It'll keep our science rolling along nicely. But that's it. We should see our cities like massively increase. Like my capital now is going to probably hit near 1,000 production per turn and several hundred surplus food in the next couple turns. We can already claim another wonder actually from this new era. Let's see. Angkor Wat gives you +1 food per faith. Notre Dame is +1 faith per technology. I feel like Angkor Wat is actually going to be useful here if I can figure out a way to get a ton of faith in this city. So I'll grab Angkor Wat. And we'll pop it down, especially because we're playing the Khmer. Yeah, I'll pop it down over here to claim all these nice yields. There's military architecture. So we have access to the Danvi Gaja, and we're going to want to just spam that out. Just endlessly spam it out. We're also going to want to upgrade our military. So things like pikemen, crossbowmen, and great swordsmen are definitely what we want to pick up here. So we got all our barres built, and now all of our cities are churning at insane levels. I'm going to quickly just grab any strategic and luxury resource districts that are around to make sure that we're still hitting our builder milestones. And now I'm going to do something really unorthodox that you may not expect. I'm going to hit the land raiser button that will convert all of my money and science into production in this city. And I'm immediately going to just start spamming elephants. They're 720 production each, and I can just about make one per turn. I'll get all my basic little districts up in here. I forgot to use my influence to do that, so we'll just have to like hard build these. But this is also going to count towards districts for my era stars, which will work, which I'm totally fine with, and that'll be done in a single turn. And I'm also going to activate the land raiser in here and begin spamming elephants. I want at least 3 stacks of 5 running around inside my territory. There's a builder star from building all those districts, and we got our cultural wonder. Our fame is already insane. Now, I'm not going to do this in my capital, because my capital is going to be how I pay for my army, because these things cost 25 upkeep each, which is a lot. I can one turn some districts, but my stability in here is already a bit low. But yeah, let's do it. Let's start getting some elephantes. We're going to wait for our 5 stacks. It'll be done very, very soon. I probably want like 6 stacks of elephants in a giga horde. And then maybe also be building crossbowmen behind that to defend my city, like 2 or 3 stacks of crossbows per city to protect. We're already up to 4 elephants here, perfect. 3 elephants over here, perfect. Okay, we got our first 5 elephants in a CAD. Let's think about how this war is going to go when the war happens. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ, the number of units that we're up against here. All right, I think our best bet is I can't declare war. Yeah, you're in an alliance with the Mongols, so I'll have to like break my alliance with the Poles and then attack him. I'm going to make some demands because those are going to run out soon, so I'll make those demands to start hurting our alliance. We'll break our alliance and we'll wait for our war support to increase. I'm not going to make any more demands because I'm not ready for war yet. It'll probably be another 5 turns before I'm ready for war. My war is going to involve like just having a big, huge stack of elephants hitting the Mongol cities. So let's get a stack over here to Kusa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more elephants. Let's make sure we're upgrading our basic units. It's an important part of this strategy. Now we are having gold problems, so we will have to turn this off, this builder thing. We've got a stack of elephants over here. Let's get them moving up to join the main battle over here. I might actually use them to take... I don't want to be too greedy. It's going to be hard to do anything other than take out Lewis, I feel like. But yeah, my economy is going to tank here, which is understandable, but we'll be able to fix that in the near future. All right, let's disable the builder thing, and we'll disable the builder thing in here. I'm okay with building elephants slightly slower if it means my economy isn't completely tanked. Mine is 82 per turn, is a lot of negative. I'm going to use these guys defensively, I think. And so now I have to figure out my economy. How am I going to make enough money to survive what I've just done to my economy? So 13, 13, and 9. Let's start spamming out some of these market quarters to just increase our gold per turn. I should be able to grab Kusa, no problem, and kill some of these hordes. Pillaging is a good option. Yeah, we might have to do some pillaging just to keep our economy afloat. We can claim another wonder. I will claim Notre Dame, because that allows me to turn faith and food into food, basically. Or science into food, and then food, or faith into food. Or science into faith, and then faith into food. That's what I was trying to say. So he's like invading my territory, which means I think if I can start attacking him now, I'll be able to not only thin his army out, but also like cripple his war support. It's continued to add demands, so this is stuff we can demand in the war, which is perfect. It's exactly what we want. Ooh. This army might not be strong enough to take on the Huns. With reinforcements, I can do it. So we got him to retreat again, which is more war support for us, and we'll be able to declare a fully legitimate war in the near future. When you declare war, the economy is going to tank more due to the war. Yeah. When I declare war, my economy is going to get so much worse, which is why I'm building market quarters right now to try and make up for that. So I think if I could take Kusa, Mycenae, and Velsna, that would be perfect. Fight me. Do it. He's fighting me. Brilliant. So now I can bring in my reinforcements and start the manual battle. So let's think about where we want to position here. He's going to be deployed inside these orange tiles. So that means the best place for my range units, at least 2 of them, should be down here near these hills. My melee units should be in the middle defending, and then have another range unit on the flank to get up. Yeah, here's fine. So you get up here, you shoot him, make sure we bring in our reinforcements, step up here, one-shot that guy. Thank you. get really far behind them. Shoot them in the back. Perfect. And another really far behind them. Shoot them in the back. Get over here. We want to be in a position where they can't get good retaliation shots on us because their units are only one range. Take the shot. Can you still move? Ah. I see. Go ahead and attack this guy downhill. Attack this guy downhill. Perfect. I think that's all of our shots that we have available. Alright, Hunnic hordes are a pain in the ass, but I think if we can catch them out on their own, they'll do damage, but they won't be able to stop us. No, it should be a very, very simple cleanup operation. Where's that last unit? Oh, he's over there. I see them now. Easy. Easy kills. Boom. Done. So killing 5 Hunnic hordes for free. Huge benefit. Huge, huge, huge benefit. That's going to be super helpful. PotatoMcWhiskey, I've decided that yept is the past tense of yep rather than yeet. What do you say? What? No. Stop. Just... No. What is wrong with you? Hagmatana is going to need garrison units, but I would like to build, oh man, some market quarters. There's an okay pairing of them down here. Really not good enough though. Economy is going to tank. That's the thing that I have to accept. My economy is going to go into the pooper. There's war summons. We can start building crossbows. Hagmatana is going to want at least a stack of 5 crossbows protecting the city. And then I think I just have to like build a block of gold. Okay, can't really afford to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. About to go into negative gold, which means it's time to attack. Let's make our final demand and declare war. And now this is where we put our head between our tails and we pray that this works. All right, we got 450 combat strength coming into this battle. They have 5 levies. And the Huns aren't allowed to reinforce. That's the important thing. Make sure we deploy as forward as possible so we can get as many shots in as possible. The great thing about fighting people in an alliance or vassal-master relationship is that they can't reinforce each other's battles, which means I get free reign to like auto-battle this turn. Why would you guys back up and then shoot? In fact, to the point where I should probably just auto-battle this, but I won't. There is the militarist star earned. And we've already taken Kusa. Kusa is occupied by me. This is the power of the elephant, by the way. Let's bring these elephants back this way as well. We can see if we can maybe take this city. Yeah, who needs to climb walls when you have ballista elephants? Exactly. These units are so disgusting, I might add. Like insanely, disgustingly powerful units. I'm going to put gold as my priority here. Because it's the thing that's like most important to me. Do I have a way technologically to get more money? No, only with trade routes. That's fine. I probably don't need this many elephants now. This is enough elephants. So let's start working on gold. Stability is a bit of an issue. I wish I could build things off of planned districts. Like I could put this commons quarter here and then surround it with commercial, market quarters. That would be like the ideal thing that I could do here. So the retaliation is going to be painful. This is it. We haven't won yet. That's the thing. Oh, wow. Foreign customs, cultural respect, 100% fame earned per estate star. That's crazy. Is it better to disband your units and train them new once instead of upgrading them? I feel like the production is sometimes easy, but the gold cost to upgrade is insane. It really just comes down to whether or not you have more gold or more production. If you have a ton of production and no gold, it might be more cost effective to just disband and rebuild. All right, we got a stack of 5 Hunnics. Now, this city will be a little bit different because it actually has winged hussars in it. Oh, Christ. Winged hussars and halbs. Their war support is still maxed out. But I need to catch these Hunnics because if the Hunnics get a turn, they'll do a decimating amount of damage. So I might have to like redirect my warfare towards Spiff because he's actually the main threat. I don't care if they retake Kusa, that's fine. The most important thing is that I'm doing like insane damage to their economies and stuff. Okay, so he got his free retreat. That's fine. You may have your free retreat. Put the city under siege now. It's actually got my own city participating. He's got a ton of reinforcements. He's got his winged hussars. Let's manually battle this because I have all the advantage. I feel like I have all the range units. Wait, he attacked me because he sallied out. Okay, that's some bollocks. I thought I was getting to go first. What the hell is this? This is some bullshit. I attacked him. I assaulted the city. What is this? What the fuck? What? The combat mechanics in this game are just so triggering because they don't make any sense ever. The whole point of this. And like he was able to one turn take my flag because I don't get to decide where my flag goes because it's like a defensive battle or whatever. I can't even shoot this Winged Hussar is going to be the biggest problem. God, this is so frustrating. He's gonna get so many free kills with his Winged Hussar next turn. I can't even bring these guys to reinforce. Oh, this is so triggering, dude. That's not how this battle was meant to go. I attacked him. I was going to assault. What is this? Why are his drafties so powerful? Oh my god. Hang on. This. The old power of editing here. The old reload. That doesn't seem right. Whatever happened there, that does not... I'm pretty sure I clicked on the assault button, right? So I should have been the first one to go. That seemed pretty weird. Not gonna lie. Oh, I had reinforcements. That's why I messed up. But no, these guys were in the battle. What the hell happened here? Whatever it was some bullshit. We'll attack next turn. They can always click sortie first because they're the AI. Nah, that's some bullshit. I refuse to accept that. I really don't like that other people can take actions on my turn. I know it's like important for the game, but like... Seriously, because I want it to be the first. Like, I'm just not taking the battle. Like, if that's what's going to happen, because like, if they could just choose to take the battle first, even though I'm the one who initiated the battle, I'm just not going to start the battle. That should be an option for me. I thought I was going to be first. So I'm not accepting that answer. I'm sorry. All right, let's get our gold income up here and our influence. I feel like being able to sortie first in general would be pretty fair. Yeah, but not if I'm literally about to click the assault button and then you get to click sortie first. No, I'm the one initiating the siege and I'm literally assaulting you immediately. If I choose to maintain the siege, then you should have the option to sortie. But if I'm the one initiating the siege and I'm literally about to assault you, you don't get to just like sally out immediately. I don't think that's right because I'm not putting your city under siege. I'm assaulting it immediately. So I feel like in terms of initiative, I should get to act first there because I'm the one initiating the siege. I think that's some bullshit anyway. All right, now we have our actual army in position. Like assault, and I could probably instant resolve this with no losses. I've taken one of his cities, and that's important because now he's the one losing. War support. So my gold is a problem. Let's make sure we go around to every city and make gold our priority. Even when you're moving to attack units, the AI can attack first if it wants to fight. Yeah, I think that's BS. I feel like if I move my unit next to yours, I should get the initiative or whatever. Let's break off 2 armies to chase down this horde. Like here, I'm very clearly the one who's moving into his zone of control, so I should be the one who gets to like decide the battle happens, right? My units are in position. I get to attack. He retreats. I'm fine with him retreating, but like it should be me that gets to choose initiative. So we need to like get over here fast because he's building those winged hussars. I did not realize he had the option to get those units so early. So we need to force him into peace as soon as we can. Is it already fixed that you don't have to force surrender your opponent? No, I think it's good that you have to force surrender your opponent. Because it makes no sense that wars go on forever in 4X games. Like thematically. Obviously, you would declare like total war is a concept that is relatively new. Okay, people don't fight forever wars in reality until one is annihilated. They fight for a period of time, and then they decide upon peace terms. Like that's how all wars happen. Like up until like fucking even today, that's kind of how most wars still happen. I know it's dumb that you're just like forever warring. And you just take everything from them in one war. So I actually really like the fact that you have to force peace people. Couple markets. We are losing stability from being out of money, but that problem should go away. All right, let's get these stacks moving. We might be able to hit his capital hard and fast enough to where there's nothing he can do about it. You're defending the city. Now, the Mycenaeans are relatively weak, relatively vulnerable, so I might be able to snag a second city off them. If only just to like level up my elephants and do severe damage. What are we looking at siege-wise here? Yeah, like look at this. He gets to choose. I didn't even get to see what was going to happen in the battle, and he gets to attack. What is this? What is this? Honestly. Now I have to choose to retreat. I attacked. You know what I mean? I should get to choose. I'm fighting this battle, though, because I feel like I'm stronger than him. Let's make sure that we protect our flag, because the flag... Attrition is how we win this battle, basically. So this formation, it works fine for me. I don't like you being there. I'll move you there instead. So I'm either on high ground or protecting my flag. So his 2 Hunnic hordes will get to go first, which sucks. And then they'll, like, yeet themselves away. But all his draftees will get obliterated by my elephants. Now I can just auto-battle it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. See, this is how the battle should go. But it should be my turn first. Boom, easy. Mycenae is mine. I got my militarist star. I occupy another city. Very, very simple war. These units are insane. Now, the only risk I have is that if Spiff can get enough cavalry units online fast enough, then I'm in trouble. Stability in here is a bit of a problem. Let's get 35 stability from this by overriding a market quarter. We'll put a commons quarter here and then 2 more market quarters. Obviously, we don't need to go for perfect efficiency, but just good efficiency makes sense to me. Ideally, these would be scientific districts later, but we can advance, but we're not ready to. I'd like to spend a bit more time in this era, particularly picking up things like the expansionist star, the agrarian star, and maybe a merchant and a steed star, and definitely some scientist stars. Oh, garrisons, commercial. Oh yeah, that's right, garrisons. Yeah, I should build garrisons instead of commercial hubs. You're right. Or instead of those things. Heavy infantry research, so we have access to swordsmen. We got another era star. Now we are tanking gold, but we're slowly getting a hold of it. So what's going on here? I think I can hit Velsna next. What's he got? He got a Hunnic horde over here. That's fine. Slap this city, and he attacks me again. Okay. Swordsman and a Hunnic horde. I think I can fight this. My flag is in the open, which I really don't like. Position my units around the flag. It's important to protect the flag, because losing the flag puts you on the back foot in a way that's not cool. End deployment. He'll probably get all his units killed attacking me. Ooh, you took a lot of damage. Let's get you to back up, right? Stay at a safe distance. Let's take out some of these units. I think all my units have shot now. End the round, see what they do. Yeah, they get themselves killed. That's what they do. Idiots. Boom, he's dead. And then we can just auto-battle the Hunnic, the Mongol horde. I love elephants, okay? Whichever designer, I think it was Dice, okay? The lead designer. Whoever it was who put elephants in the game, you're a genius. Elephants are easily the most fun unit to use in the game, all right? The fact that I have just completely blitzkrieged half of the empires of my enemy with elephants is an incredibly satisfying experience. 10 out of 10 game. Best game made ever. Easily the best game ever made. Okay, so I had a stack of scary elephants here. Let's make sure we move them kind of tentatively in a little pack. All right, let's see what the damage is in this battle here. Oh, he's got nothing. He's got nothing. That's it. All he's got is draftees. I could auto-resolve this. Easy. Wait, what? How did you lose units against draftees? Hang on. How badly was that battle fought? No, I want to redo. Wait, how? This is like the freest battle in the universe. How did you lose? I guess I lost my crappy units and 2 elephants. I guess that does technically help my economy. Thought that was going to be like the freest battle ever. War resolution. His war support is now tanking. Civics osmosis. +1 population bonus per ransack. I don't like ransacking. So I guess we'll enact the slave thing. It might give me an incentive to do ransacking. Ransacking is hard to pull off though, I feel like, against the AI. It's halberdiers. Oof. Scary. Spend a bit of time getting loyalty in here by building these forts. I should also probably build a city watch to get more stability from those forts. So we have all of our unit upgrades and our army logistics. I feel like going for furnace steel like suits really well with my game plan this game because I have so much production. So what are we down to? We're down to Krakow, Parsa, and Nock. I think we could take Nock this turn. Pillaging just takes too long. This is a medieval lightning war. Make a super unit of units all together. Swift on units, studious on units, so 10 XP, or get a new army. Yeah, let's get a new army. What is this? Ah, an arquebussy. Yes. God, I love arquebussies. All right, we're now positive gold, which is great. Vassalage broken. Oh, he declared war on his overlord. Interesting. So Lewis is trying to break free from the Mongols while I'm occupying Lewis's land. What happens if I declare war on Lewis? I feel like I'm about to break the game. They said a white peace proposal. Refuse? I'm winning the war, Lewis. Thanks for giving me a chance to take your land. Oh man, I could have got feudalism if I had any gold. Damn. Break it and send a bug report? Hell yeah, dude. I don't think we need to do that because we're winning. We're up against some draftees. This should be a fairly easy battle as long as I keep my weak units at the back and don't stand anyone next to the wall so they can use their combat strengths. End deployment. We'll just take our shots casually. Perfect. All right, what do you guys do? Oh, he's got reinforcements. What are these? Regular ass horsemen. All right, that's not a problem. Should be able to deal with those. Did they fix the war score this game? No, I don't know if it was broken. So it's a good question. Oh, that you're forced to peace when you're winning? We've already talked about that. I think it's a good thing that you're forced to peace when you're winning. I think I can auto-battle this now. I think we're that far ahead. Nice! Another city occupied. Another city for my collection. Thank you very much, Spiff. What's he got left? I think he's only got like one. No, he's got 2 cities left. That shouldn't be too bad. You can increase the attack speed animations in the game. I'm pretty sure I have them to max. Why would you cite the deep magics to me, peasant, when I've already casted these spells? I was there when this magic was written, okay? Boom, Agrarian Star. Okay, this is worrying. What is it? Oh, Winged Hussars. Coming for my cities. That's kind of spooky. I gotta win this war quick before they can actually make use of those. But I'm very, very close to winning. If you capture a city that's building a wonder, can you finish it? No. Can it be done while the city is... the city or outpost is occupied. So there's your answer. You cannot do that. You cannot build a wonder that's under construction. In an occupied city. I think it's about time we finished off Lewis. Gachigasm. Alright. What's he got in this city? He's just got peasants. I should be able to instant resolve this with like 1 loss. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So Lewis is now completely occupied. And he should instantly lose. So his war support should completely tank now because he has nothing going for him except for like a handful of like Hunnic hordes running around. Well, they're more like Mongol hordes, but still. Close to victory. The Mongols are about to lose their war support. The Mongols have lost their war support. And this is where we get an opportunity to actually see the updated war screen that the developers did. So it's a little bit more obvious what's happening. Like we can take Parsa, we can do all sorts of stuff. See here. So I'm going to be getting 4,800 war stuff. And I'm going to be getting Parsa for free. Is Parsa a city? Let me have a look here. Yeah, Parsa is a city, so I should be getting the city here. And I've already used up all my war score, unfortunately. So I got 100 war support. I get 100 war score from having 100 when the war started, 100 from having 100 right now, plus 20 from demands, and 120 from capturing 4 enemy cities. So I've completely occupied Parsa, and I should be able to take the city itself. So I don't think I can really take much more. I think I used up all my war demands. So we're going to force his surrender. Boom. So that completely cleared up my economic issues. I'm going to make the demand that you should stop oppressing my people. So now we're at peace with the Mongols. And I own another city. I got the city of Parsa. It is mine, which is pretty sweet. It has no stability, so that's a bit scary. Why is it losing so much food? Oh my goodness. Let's get a granary in here and try to slow down that death spiral that the city is experiencing. Wait, did I do it backwards? Oh, fuck. Did I do it wrong? I thought it said I had used 320 of my war score. Oh shit. Delete the VOD. Hide the evidence. I fucked up. Oh no, I messed up I beansed it so terribly. Jesus. Alright, hang on. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Used war score. Okay. I see what happened. Alright, I see what happened. I am a dumbass. Let's take all of Parsa. So I'll take Parsa as my own. Could I take Kusa as well? Hakusa Matata. Pretty expensive. I've got used war score. I'm gonna force them to surrender to the Poles, which is kind of weird. I wish I could actually choose to not do that. Now, I wish I could abandon that thing. I could ask them to become my vassal. I could take Mycenae, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna take their capital as well. So I'm gonna take Parsa and Mycenae, leave them with Kusa and Velsna. And I think that's all the war stuff that I could do. So force surrender, boom, we take 2 cities. We've announced our demand. Now he's on 2 cities. I'm 1 city over my limit, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, my bad. I misunderstood. I misunderstood how the war thing. Why not make them your vassal? Because I want to turn the entire world into a single city. Like Coruscant or an Ecumenopolis. The Mongols want to trade with me. Yeah, dude. Totally. Buy your silver? Sure. I just got out of war with you, but I'll buy your silver. Okay. So now I have to take on the Spiff. And he's actually losing this war very rapidly. And I think rather than force the war to end sooner, I'm going to quickly blitzkrieg down Krakow. This will be the end of Congress Poland. Go, 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 go. All right, boom. What is the battle looking like? He has no reinforcements. Let's just assault. We'll instant resolve. I don't care if I lose a unit. Boom. Expansionist star. 280 gold. Yoinkarino. That's another city lost. That's the war over now. And I only missed out on his capital, which is perfect. So I'll be able to take some land from him too. I'll probably take Karachi and some land from Phaistos. Whew. Now I got to think about my city limits here. I can get an administrator from theology. So let's prioritize theology because I'm going to be going over my city cap if I finish this war. Oh man, the city of Mycenae, it is starving. Let's go ahead to our expert policy. We'll work on some basics. We've got to set up the granary and a flood irrigation in the medieval era. We'll try and deal with this food problem. Man, a lot of these cities just lacked food buildings. I don't know. I'm a big proponent of growth. I have a growth mindset because whenever I think about your mom, I grow. Okay, so what are we going to take from Spiffing Brit? I reckon. Oh wait, what is this? He's attacking me, dude. The war is over. Give it up. All right, chill out. We're going to take Kahwachi. I'm occupying Kerma apparently. All right, I'll take some territories. I have 369. Yeah, baby, 369 war score. So what can we take? Wait, it's free? Oh, I can't take it because I'm not occupying it. I see. Kahwachi. I could take the city itself for 80. I'll take the city itself for 80. Do I want Krakow? I don't really want Krakow. I mean, if I take Krakow and Knock, they would just be combined together into a single, slightly less useless city. I think I would rather take Phaistos. I think I could take Krakow and Knock, though, and that uses up all my points. I could also just take territory off of Spiff, but I think taking his cities is the right move because he's invested in them. I'm going to force his surrender, take all that. We will trade luxuries. Sure thing, buddy. Now I'm 8. I'm well over my limit. 16k to absorb. Okay. Well, you know what's going to happen now. As an adjacent district protects it from ransack. Okay. We're just going to raise these two cities because they're useless. And then we'll rebuild outposts on them. Ooh, 820 for being over the cap. No cap, dude. But we got ourselves some pretty sweet-ass cities. Like, now look at the world. We own so much. Probably 1 or 2 more wars and we'll have this handled. Oh, don't raise Knock because I could finish the Wonder. It's true. What does Machu Picchu do? Ugh, not very good. For this city, at least. It'd be better if that was, like, in my capital. Alright, let's see how bad this influence is going to be now that we're this far over the limit. We've got good stability over here in Akkad. And we've got a nice little network of commons quarters and stuff like that. I think I'm just going to dedicate this section of my empire to gold production, like this. To keep the city busy for a while, building districts. Not too long, but a nice carpet of districts here seems like the right call. Oh my god, this is the hardest part of taking over like people's empires, is you end up with all these random ass cities that you've no idea what you're supposed to do in them. Where do I put this? What is happening? Is this like a single territory? Is there a line between these? There is a line. You're over the line, baby. What is this? A sacrificial altar? Who asked? Theology research. So that's an extra theological administration slot that takes the edge out of my city cap. Wow, they changed how the city cap thing is calculated, actually. I might not need to raise these cities. 16k to absorb. I think that's due to the infrastructure difference here, right? Yeah, because Krakow has all the infrastructure. So if I spend a bit of time in Knock, yeah, it's all the infrastructure difference is causing the problem. Hold on. Then if that's what's the problem is, we go for the production first, and then the food, and then we'll leave it there for now. We'll eventually combine these cities together. In that case, I'm going to keep Krakow, because it's like a highly infrastructure built city, but I will eventually combine it with Knock. Boom, there's the high furnace. That's going to be useful in my capital in particular. Capital is still churning its way through this production tree, but that's okay. All right, it's time for Mycenae to build something of use, of note, to do something worth being remembered in history. And I reckon that's building some barrays, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and pick up feudalism for that +1 food from tiles producing food. Colony model isn't super useful. It might be okay to pick up hamlets. I don't think I care too much about hamlets. I'd much rather pick up like alchemy for the stability from researchers and stuff. Also, I'm almost out of this era already technologically, which is kind of absurd. So I may as well just research everything. Jesus Christ. So +1 food on every tile is actually huge, especially for a city like the capital city Coruscant, because it is just now cranking out the food. 250 food surplus. We're already at 42 population. And We're probably getting close to maybe deciding to go to the next era. We've been in this era for 30 turns, but I don't think I'm quite ready to make that decision yet. Nice, we got another scientific era star. I'm curious. We have almost all of the gold stars, with the exception of the gold star and the influence star. So things, man, this is how you pop off. Like, I have nearly 8,000 fame in the medieval era, and Spiff is in the early modern, and I have more fame than him. That's crazy. Let's keep making demands with Lewis and Spiff for sure. This will give me opportunities to declare war on them in the near future. Coruscant's in a great spot. I reckon we should start pumping production again. And so I'm going to complete my big, huge doom circle of industrial zones around here. And then we'll probably grab high furnace before that. In fact, you know what? I'm going to spend the money on that because that's worth a lot of production over the course of the game. So we'll just massively increase the productivity in this city really quick, and then we'll see where it stands. So that's it. We've researched everything in the medieval era, and we've still got another 30 turns in this era theoretically from like the game's perspective. So I'm not in like a massive rush to get out of here. I think part of the problem is that we just have like a massive osmosis thing going on right now, and somehow their religion is actually fighting back. Which kind of tells me that I need to get another holy site in my capital. Mycenae is now up to 500 production, which is really good. Lovely, lovely. We built Machu Picchu. This wonder will give me 50% of the food distributed across my empire from this city. Not really a big deal for me because I plan to eventually only have one city, so it's not really going to matter. But hey, bonus food is cool. So I think it might be a good idea to extend the size of my production muscle over here as well, just to give me another production section. Nobody needs this much science this early into the game. Oh my god, what is happening with this horse over here? There's so many horses. Why is there like a massive caravan of traders inside this area? What is happening? So in order to feed the mega city that we're going to be making later, I'm going to need an absurd number of farmer quarters in a lot of these. Like, some of these areas are going to be dedicated almost entirely to farming. And it's time we started doing that. Let's go ahead and have a look through our list. I think I've built all my barrays this era, with the exception of Parsa. So I think once Parsa has this last barray, I think that's my trigger to go up to the next era. All right, let's purchase the barray. Boom. That's the trigger for us to go up to the next era. We can come over here to the culture screen and actually start to make a decision. Who do we play next? That's a tough one, okay? Let's go through each of our options and really think about how each of them is going to contribute to making Coruscant. Now, the Dutch give us +1 money per population in all cities. Not a bad ability. They also have the VLC warehouse, which gives you extra money per adjacent harbor. Also not a bad ability. None of these really thematically help us build Coruscant, right? Nothing helps us make a gigantic singular city that occupies the entire world. Now, the Haudenosaunee, on the other hand, this helps, okay? +1 food on exploitation, +5 food per number of attached territories, right? That's crazy. That's an insane amount of food, and a gigacity is going to need a ridiculous amount of food to survive. Like on the order of a few million food. If this city covers the entire planet, we're going to need actual millions of food to sustain it. And +1 food on exploitation seems quite good. +5 food per number of attached territories. Once I combine all my cities together, that would be, this is a quadratic scaling, right? So if you have 9 of these in a city with 9 territories, what is the calculator on that? That's 9 times 9 times 5. Why you times 5? Yeah, so like, hold on. If I go like 9 times 9 times 5, that's 405 food. But if I go 10 times 10, oh, God, I can't divide by 0. I'm mistabbing. 10 times 10 times 5, that's 500 food. And if you go up to 20 territories, that's 20 times 20 times 5. Oh my God, I keep misclicking. Hold on. It's 2,000 food. So that scale's insane. This is going to be one of the things we might need to feed our cities. You have the Joseon, which gives us science in every tile. We don't care. We were already making enough science. Now, Ming is an interesting one because this gives us +1 influence per district and +10 stability. Ming could be the thing that we need to make the influence we need to combine all these cities together. Okay? +1 influence per district is absurd, considering we can build this in every single territory. Okay? So if you have 40... The scaling on this is insane, just like, to be clear. If we have 4,000 districts and 40 copies of the Grand Tea House we're getting 40 times, we're getting like 200,000 influence per turn. Okay, that's an absurd amount. Now, the Mughals are also super powerful. Plus 2% industry in their capital. This could be huge. This could be like recursive amounts of production that we could actually use to build, because every time you build a district, the cost of the next district goes up by a very small exponential multiplier. And so getting the Mughals or the Mughals could give us just enough production to be able to overcome that exponential. Otherwise, I don't think the Ottomans really do much for me. The Spanish don't do much for me. I mean, +1 faith per population, that's like +1 food per population, since I have that one wonder. Not bad in reality, especially because you can build that multiple times. Actually, Spanish here have like some pretty dope scaling with how my cities are set up. The Edo-Japanese just don't seem very good to me right here. So in my mind, it's either we go for the food from faith with the Spanish, because it's a ridiculous amount of food, but it's not that much realistically. It's a lot. And it's per population, so each population actually like takes away their own cost. The Mughals, who give us an insane amount of production to actually be able to place down the districts we need to, or the Ming, who will give us a ridiculous, and I mean ridiculous, amount of influence. Now, here's the thing. Let's get the Humankind cultures. Let's get the cultures up so we could talk about it, because now we're kind of at a point where we have to actually start considering the future cultures a little bit more when we're going to be deciding which culture we go for. Let's organize it by era. We come all the way down to the industrial era, where we can start to think about things like the Italians with their theatro. The theater gives you tons of influence and tons of stability. But then the Opern House also gives you a ridiculous amount of stability, because it gives you 1 stability per district in the city. Like, this is a ridiculous amount of stability. So I feel like we might actually go for the Austrians. And if we're going to go for the Austrians, then I don't think it really makes sense to go for Ming. Now, that is to say, we could also go for the Germans instead of the Mughals. So I think in the end here, what we want to pick is a food, a production, and an influence, right? Those are our next 3 options. And we want to get one of each. We want the influence guy so we can actually combine the city together. We want the production guy so we can actually build all the districts. And we want the food guy so we can actually feed the city. So we have to pick soon. And I kind of like that the Hacienda, if I remember correctly, is pretty crazy. Is it what does that do again? Generates food multiple districts, especially adjacent. Yeah. The Hacienda gives you +1 food on tiles producing food. So that's crazy amounts of food. So I could go for them. I could go for Mexico instead. And they also give you a 10% food thing. Now, we've also got the Brazilians in the contemporary era for food, who give you the agronomy lab, which is +1 food per population. And if you consider, we build that in every single piece of land that exists in my entire empire, right? If we build that everywhere, we can do, like this city, if we combine these like 3 cities together, that's like 12 territories. That's 12 food per population. Right now, my people are eating about 10 food each, about 12 food each, roughly. So I think if I'm thinking correctly here, right? If we get a notepad, here's what I'm thinking. Our next 3 choices. So we have early modern, contemporary. Oh God, I forgot the names of all the cultures, and industrial. We've got early modern, industrial, and contemporary. I think in the industrial era, we're going to be picking Austro-Hungaria. Oh, you know what? There's actually a way to do this that might actually be helpful. Type food, influence, tab/influ, and then prod. Okay. So we want to get one of each of these. So our option for stability and influence is Austro-Hungary. For early modern, the food is the Haudenosaunee. Right, 3 sisters. I think this might not be a good choice. I think the Haudenosaunee might not be a good choice because the other 2 food people just do so much more. What about a money sieve? We don't need money. We're trying to build Coruscant. We don't need money. We need food, influence, and we need food, stability and influence, and production. Those are the 3 things we need to build Coruscant. Everything else will fall in if we can get those things. So who's our food for industrial? Who's our food choice for industrial? Mexico. Now, the Hacienda is really damn good because it's +1 food on tile producing food. I feel like the Hacienda is way better. I feel like Mexico might be the choice here because +1 food on tiles producing food scaled is insane amounts of food. Then again, the agronomy lab makes your population pay for themselves. So that also has like a crazy strong benefit. But the problem is that Mexico conflicts with Austro-Hungary, and we definitely want to be picking Austro-Hungary because our other choices for stability in these other eras, like the early modern, is like Ming. Ming is strong as hell, I'll agree, but they don't give nearly as much stability, and stability is going to be a big problem for us going forward. Now, the problem is that I also have like a disgusting choice with the Mughals here, because the Mughals are, for production, the 2% industry buff plus the Jama Masjid, which turns gives me +3 industry per worker, per thing I build. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is ridiculous, okay? How could I not pick this? This just feels like the right choice. And then in the industrial, we've got like Persians? No. Wait, what's caravanserai do? No, not doing Persians. Siamese, floating market? No, don't need it. Yeah, so I don't even really have a good choice for the industrial, aside from the Germans with the coking works, but that produces a ridiculous amount of pollution. +1 industry per population. Like, is +1 industry per population better than +3 industry per worker? Not a chance, dude. No shot. No shot is it better. I'm thinking, mentally right now, I'm thinking Mughals, Austro-Hungary into Brazil. That's the decision I'm looking at here. Because the Germans are good. The Germans are good. Now, we do have to look at the contemporary option for production, because I believe there is this disgusting civilization called Australia, and they have this strip mining complex. This is an absurd amount of production, okay? This thing is ridiculous. 50 industry per adjacent strategic. That's a stupid amount of production. And they also just give you a straight up 20% industry boost. Pollution is annoying, that is true. So I think, despite the fact that Australia and Germans are quite strong, I feel like our only choice here is to go Mughal. And then it's really a choice of who's my influence civ in the last era. We've got the Egyptians, which is +3 influence per adjacent district. No stability though. I need stability, Egypt. Yeah, that just isn't it good. I think that locks in our choices. We go Mughal, Austro-Hungary, Brazil. Boom. Decision made. That's the end of this video. Lock in the Mughals. Boom. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.